They become aliens and illegal aliens. That's what we've been doing to ourselves, humans, because they have the power to do that. And it's horrible. Well, my maximum time is limit on the video has just warned me. So now I have to stop. And yeah, call it a rant. I don't care what you call it. I don't need to carry this shit with me. You can have it in the cloud, make you all sick with it. I'm sick of it as it is. And as I'm sitting here talking, I'm watching, I'm looking around in my mirrors and in my view, and I see some freak people that are afraid to talk to strangers. And that's their problem. But because of their being scared and freaked out, they also cause problems for other people. I've been here for half an hour, and I haven't bothered anyone. But I'm sure that's going to backfire on me because I've been here, and they just can't stand to see me around. So they've been causing problems too. But you're going to see me around. I'm not going to talk to anyone or approach anyone. But I'm going to be that thorn in your eye, in your side, if it has to be that way. And that's your problem, not mine. I have the freedom and the right to be myself and make videos as much as I want. And they can be around too. And I see them in my peripheral vision stressing me right now, walking near the car because they want to be noticed and they want me to be dumb enough to make contact with them. It's not going to happen. But, oh well. Freaks. Freaked out people. They're not social, but they want to be noticed and they want to be accepted. They want to make a point. Don't try to help people who are not welcome to help. That includes organizations, even your politicians. Yeah, there was a reason God put on my heart to not vote. For 40 some years I haven't voted, but this last election, midterm election, I felt compelled to vote. It didn't make a difference. It doesn't. Like I said, there's some things hidden that are controlling things, and it's fighting not to be exposed. So we're really dumb. That's what our governments think of us. We're really stupid. We're ignorant. We don't know what's going on in the world. We don't see the world news, not only from the channels, the mass media, because now you can get actual footage on the ground from people who are witnesses there, and they're trying to stop that too. They don't want you to have access to other countries' videos and other civilians filming what's going on in their country. They want you to take it from the news that's censored by the government through the mass media that fits their agenda and their narrative. Like supporting Ukraine, for example. I think we're just creating another small dictator country next to a big dictator country because we get our foot into the door to the borders of Russia. That's probably what their interests really are. To free the Russian people, an older nation than us, it's powerful enough. We can't fight it on our own, so we get their little brother to start the fight. Same shit China did with us with Japan. They pushed their little brother to start the fight. So these things are going on because humans think they're the dominant species or the dominant government or the dominant religion or things like that. And they're all a bunch of idiots. The only dominant thing in this world is nature itself. And if you believe in any kind of religion or any system like that, they're going to all point you back to nature. The nature of the beast, the nature of the land, and human is the beast, the worst beast on this planet. Because they themselves have created their lives to be gods over their lives. And look how many billions of people are on this world. There's a lot of dumb sheep who are not leaders for themselves or anyone else. And then there's people like, what's his name? Andrew Tate, who's now, Mr. Macho, kickboxing, whatever, extreme fighter champion, who's pushing all this crap on social media, confesses himself as using women to exploit women for his own income and gains and the power for his company, and teaching people things like, oh, women are men's property because it's through religion. That's what God made them for, men. God didn't make women so that men can abuse them or exploit them so they can make money, and then open up schools to teach young, dumb kids how to be bullies over women and mistreat women. They're supposed to be our equals. They're individuals just like us. Not one should have power over the other. If two great minds can't come together to make one greater power, then they're not wise. They're not great for each other. They're not great for the community. And that's why we have the problems we have today. Lack of knowledge, which causes lack of understanding. So if you don't have the understanding, you don't have the wisdom to be wise as serpents, but not be serpents. And don't be pigs, and don't be bulls, and don't be donkeys, and don't be elephants, and don't be eagles. Human beings are supposed to be above all that. But you're being programmed into behavioral of an animal. And then they try to fix you with psychology, which is behavioral science of animals. That's how we studied psychology. We studied it on animals of all kinds and their behavior, and we demean animals to the point of, oh, they don't have a soul. Yes, they do. Everything that lives has a soul. That's their energy form. But religions have been fighting and making people fight over this energy and definitions and meanings of these things. Another bad programming thing. And guess what? There could be masses of dumbasses out there. And there are. That's why all the countries are divided. That's why humans have fought so hard to get to this point, to find out what true health is. And true health is nature itself. Not synthetic things we make out of nature to fight something that nature has created in us because we lack the knowledge. We use poisons to kill certain things, but yet when they fall on the hands of kids, it poisons them too. Now, whose fault is that they fell on the hands of children? Who's not raising their children? Who's not supervising their children? Then you have idiots who have children. There's no law that says you have to have so much school, because if you're 16, 17 years old and you're having children and your brain hasn't developed long-term judgment and consequence, obviously you don't know what you're doing, and you're going to give those poor kids a bad start, especially if you don't have your parents around or your grandparents or somebody in the neighborhood that's older and wiser to help guide you along, and they can't pick you up off the road and help you. There's predators out there too, because they have mental illness, and it started from trauma as children. And we can't afford to let them advance any further and hurt any more people. And there's human trafficking by people with money too. Not just the poor ones, not just the dumb coyotes and the drug lords. Oh, there's governments trafficking humans too. And they know it. They need to. The world's going to put them in a situation where, we need fresh meat. You got billions of baby boomers going out. You need to replace them with a new workforce. Who's going to do your dirty work? Some dumb immigrant, some ignorant immigrant that doesn't know any better. He's got to get on his feet. Needs a fresh start. Put him on the lowest spot on the totem pole. That's what they're doing. Because they need people to walk on and stand up on and abuse. For what? Political power. For gains, for positions. Yeah, this is where we are. And actually, the president actually had the nerve to say, oh, we're going to need the churches to step up in our communities and help us when the soldiers come back from Afghanistan and stuff like that. The community's already been paying you taxes to support these troops, and now they're coming home because you screwed up and you left a bunch of our money there wasted, and now you want the community to pick up the slack. Because the veterans deserve better, and they do deserve better. They deserve a better government.